This lot is located in Lee River in Miami, which is part of the master plan developed for the area, a large green road near the river. This lot is private and is the finish of the master plan, being currently a vacant lot with pavement markings and 100 trees. It has a dimension of 13.95 acres and stands out for accessibility to Biscayne Boulevard, proximity to the Little River, diverse urban scales from small to medium. It also has a varied population, which is between middle-aged and elder in majority, which gives us to understand that there are quite a few families, in addition to a variety of ethnicities. Taking these characteristics into account, we highlight key points such as accessibility, context, diversity of scales and programs, as well as large green spaces, and above all, a space defined by the memory of the pavement. Given this, we consider a target of young people, families, and elder people, being a dynamic space between types of people. At taking it, we set our objectives based on urban continuity, immersion in nature, and the creation of a productive community. Then, we define a strategy configured in a public space that seeks to preserve the larger existing green space and create vegetable edges toward the train tracks, defined by the internal urban lines and access to squares, as well as the integration of the river in the proposal. The building extends on these lines of public space that allows cross-ventilation, create programs that connect the community, and that tow large open spaces that immerse the nature. All this through different scales of the building that also differentiate between targets, such as families, young people, and elder people. The public space. The past and memory are the basis of this space. Consider the pavement marks left by the trailers that were there years ago, and the presence of trees allows the generation of lines that preserve them, and crossing with internal urban traces in diagonal allows us to generate a new space and contrast the orthogonal and diagonal, the past and the present.
The building has a mainly residential program to attend all the different targets, as well as workshop spaces so that people can learn new skills as carpentry, painting and gardening, and stores, along with parks and plazas that are being contained by these buildings, making it a multifunctional building that integrates the community with its context. Throughout the different levels, public, semi-public, semi-private, and private spaces are defined and articulated by the different programs that are distributed in workshops, commerce, and primary schools in the low level. After that, we got the first floor type that contains residences since the mezzanine until the fourth floor, a middle floor with common programs as gym, library, and some other workshops with more private character. Then, the second floor type with residences from the 6th floor onto the 8th floor. Throughout the different levels and the topography generated at the border, there are created plenty of interior and exterior relations. On the west, along the train tracks, thanks to the new topography, it's generated a soundproofing effect. Along the north, we got double ground floor, one for vehicle access and parking, and the other serving as an elevated plaza and a ceiling for the parking area, both containing the green areas in this section. On the east, towards Biscayne Boulevard, the contrast between the large commercial edge and the green courtyard that relates the housing units with the open space. In relation to materiality for making the project affordable, we proposed for the structure the use of concrete for the ground floor and steel on the superior floors, for being easy to assemble. Then, drywall and fiberglass for the walls. And finally, wood for cladding, being this one obtained from recycled pallets. Given this, the unit seeks a generous relation with the exterior through balconies and generation of shades due to the climate of the city. They are also configured by subunits of 96 square feet that allows generating multiple typologies for the different targets. In this way, Greenway housing is a unified complex, articulated throughout its persisting relations, allowing to assign a unique character for each space, and also generating a continuity of the land and its context, so it can become an immersive experience both for the residents and the visitors.